Good morning, welcome back to the mini performance workshop. This is going to be episode 1 of midweek maintenance. That is a short video showing you simple maintenance tasks, fixing things on minis that are really easy and quick, well, hopefully really easy and quick to do. Today's job isn't such a quick one, but it is relatively easy. And what we found on Jason's car behind us there was that the rear brakes didn't adjust properly. Now the way the rear brakes adjust is, this is your brake adjuster, if it'll focus on this. And if you can see on the end of it there, it's sort of conical with flats. Now as you adjust that bit, this end that sticks out at the end of your back plate, your brake shoes pressing against the drum should go tight, slack, as this adjuster goes over the flats and pushes against the wedges, which are these bits, and these in turn push against your shoes. Now on Jason's car, when we were doing a few maintenance tasks on it, it was a real wheel bearings actually, the adjuster was just turning and it was not getting that tight section. So what we think is either there's something wrong with the drums in that they've gone oval, which is unlikely but possible. But the first thing we're going to fix is these adjusters, so we're going to swap these out today and put in new adjusting wedges. Apparently the story is that there's some cheap Chinese ones on the market that don't have the correct shape wedge or adjuster. So the plan is whip them out, put the fresh ones in and see if the brakes will adjust up tight, because at the moment they don't. So the first task is off with the wheels, then off with the drums, then pull the shoes off at the top edge so they're out of the way, and then undo all the adjusters and wedges after that. Right, so in theory I can just pop these off. Then we should be able to get the old wedges out.
What are big rolls?
Yeah. Okay, then I've got those out. What I had to do for that adjuster there was I had to move the camera out of the way so I could get my hands in and just had to unscrew it by hand. Because we'd lubricated the threads properly last time, it screwed out all the way. So immediately you can see the big difference between the new wedges on the outer and then the old ones in the inner. And that is probably, well, I'm assuming that is why when you screwed the adjuster, screwed that in and pushed on the wedges and pushed them outwards, it wasn't pushing the brakes out far enough, the shoes out far enough, because it's in there and it pushes the wedges out that way, and it wasn't pushing these out far enough that it would rub up against the drum. So yeah, so what we'll do is we'll grease all this lot, put it all back in, clean the brakes, make sure I haven't got any grease on anything where it shouldn't be, put it back together, adjust it, and see where we go from there. Focus. Right, The new wedges are in, the new adjuster bit, whatever it's called, is in, all greased up. Now I'm going to put the drum on and adjust it up and see how it works. I'm fairly confident it should work an awful lot better than it did before. Obviously the brakes work because at this bottom section it pushes out, and you can see that the shoes are a tiny bit thinner at this bottom edge where it's been working, but not at the top edge where they've been too far in. So I imagine, Jason, that once you get it up and running, you're probably going to have to adjust the brakes quite regular until the wear on the shoe gets evened out, because at the moment you've got a lot more life left at this end and not a vast amount left at the bottom end. So let's get this drum on and then do the adjuster and see how we go from there. But I think you see the difference is this time when you're adjusting it, you can feel it go tight and then slack. See, it's tight now, then it'll go slack. So the idea is to keep adjusting it like that, and what you do is you tap it to centralise the shoe inside the drum, and then keep adjusting, just like if you get the spanner on the bloody end, you just adjust it, keep going until it's properly locked up, and then you just back it off. Must be going to be soon. It's getting slacker. Why is he going slacker? Right, that's us done on this side. We'll swap around the other side now. It's probably going to be exactly the same. I'm not bothered filming that, but it's a lot tighter now than it was before. But I was saying to Jason that the problem is that the bottom half of the shoe is worn, and really we should have put some shoes in it as well. But now when the brakes work, it's the top half of the shoe is going to be in contact with the drum, so it's going to work more than the bottom half, which is already quite worn. So it'll probably need adjusting quite regular, just to keep it all up to date. But because of the way the shoes are worn in the bottom edge, we've had to adjust quite a lot at the top. So moral of the story is probably just while I was doing this, I should have put some new shoes in, but we didn't have any, so never mind, that'll be a job for another day. And then that'll be the brakes 100% back to what they should be, providing of course that the bottom cylinder works, which I've never really tested. But it obviously is working because the shoes are worn in the bottom edge. So yeah, job done. Other side now, but that'll be it for today's little bit of midweek maintenance. Next job will be changing the brake light switch on Sheldon, which is one that goes on the pedal, just a little plastic screw-in thing. 5-minute job, he says.